Natasha Lyn Myles. Welcome back to another episode of Stand Up and Self-Care, and this week we are cross-stitching. I really don't know much about cross-stitching, so let's get right into our Q&A with our experts so we can figure it out. Hi, we're here with Muriel Mappa, and this week we're doing cross-stitching, which I'm really excited about because I like anything where we can just like sit and chill while I do an activity.
It's a very chill activity.
Yeah, so that's perfect for I think me, and I think the comic will really appreciate that as well. We'll just get right into the Q&A. Cross-stitching, embroidery, what like
I call it embroidery.
Okay,
but
sorry.
I mean it's the same. I think cross-stitching, I guess, is kind of like, it's like that one that like your grandma does, and it's like the X's and stuff, and like they have it in their bathroom that's like wash your hands.
Yeah,
like,
I guess
what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
That's like cross-stitching, and then embroidery is kind of like, you don't do the X's, you just kind of do your like fancy stitches and stuff. So it's a little bit more creative in that way. Whereas, I mean, not that cross-stitching isn't creative.
All love to the cross-stitching community.
I mean, I'm not to down talk cross-stitching now, I'm nervous.
The cross-stitching community.
Don't come for me. It's just different in that way, so I call it embroidery.
Okay, noted. We're doing embroidery.
Sorry, cross-stitching.
No, cross-stitching, I think of like, well, my cousin and I are going to Fort Edmonton Park, and I think of like Fort Edmonton Park vibes.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Totally.
And like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I would sit with those ladies.
Yeah. I don't know how to cross-stitch, which is funny because, yeah, you'd think that they would go hand in hand, but I've never actually tried cross-stitching before. I've only ever done embroidery.
Well, maybe we'll do that for season 2.
Perfect.
And you can come
and I can come on. Okay, great.
Okay, great. Embroidery is different stitches. So
Yes.
that's the difference between them.
That's basically it.
Okay, cool. And they can be really anything.
Yeah, absolutely. With cross-stitching, from what I've heard, is you kind of have like your pattern, and then you just kind of fill it in as you go. Whereas embroidery is kind of, you can kind of come up with the pattern yourself.
Okay.
And so there's no guide or anything to it. So it's just a freestyle.
And are there patterns for embroidery too that people?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are patterns as well, but not as like color in the book type thing. You know what I mean?
Like paper numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen some pretty cool embroidery.
Yeah.
I've seen some like fan fiction ones.
Yeah. Oh, everyone! I'm loving how many embroidery artists there are now. And embroidery's like back, and it's like cool, and everyone's kind of taking their spin on it, and a lot of curse words being stitched.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is G-rated, but you know, look it up. There's some cool ones you can hang in your house.
It's not your grandma's embroidery.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not very G-rated anymore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing.
It is really cool, and I love your Instagram.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll link it. But it is really cool to like see like what you come up with. It's like,
thanks.
it's a little bit overwhelming. I don't know if like we're gonna get there today, but I would love to one day.
Yeah. Oh,
be
yeah.
able to. That would be so cool.
I believe in you.
How long have you been doing embroidery?
Since the pandemic, so 2020, so about 3 years now. It was just, one of those quarantine hobbies that I picked up, and it stuck, which was awesome because I'm one of those people that picks up a hobby and then never touches it again.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that I've like kept going with something, which feels good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many things that like people started during the pandemic that have like turned into like straight up businesses and stuff, and now this is like a business for you.
Yeah, I am very, very stoked. It was the one good thing that came out of COVID for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very happy with it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so it was just a pandemic activity. You sell your work.
I do.
And you do kits too.
Yeah, I do kits and I do markets, and yeah, the kits is really cool because that's actually how I learned. My friend got me a embroidery kit, and it had everything that you need in it. It had like instructions and all the stitches and all of the thread and everything. And she got it for me like, I don't know, 2019 or something. And then I was like, I looked at it and I was like, there's no friggin' way I'm gonna do this. Like, this is insane. I was like, what do you, I was like, thanks, I'll never touch this again. And then the pandemic happened and I was at home and I was just so sick of doing the same thing every single day. And so I picked it up, and I remember like thinking like when I was almost finished it, I was like, I'm so sad that this is over, because I'm like, this was so nice to not be on my phone and not watching a movie or like, you know, and just like doing something else. And then before I even finished it, I like went on Etsy and like ordered another one, so I knew it was coming. And then I was like, okay, I'm like fully hooked now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I hope that you have that feeling, or whoever the comic is, I hope they have that feeling.
Maybe they will. You could change your life.
I could change a life.
Well, you did kind of touch on it made you like really happy while you were doing it, and this is, I mean, ultimately the point of this series is to be like searching for ways that we can maybe become a little bit happier than maybe when we started. So do you think that embroidery is definitely like a tool somebody could use?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a good way to get out of your head and to focus on something just with your hands and your brain. It's kind of like doing a puzzle,
right?
You know, where you're just like, you have to turn everything else off and just do your thing. And yeah, it's nice. You can listen to a podcast, you can listen to music, you can have TV in the background if you can look up occasionally. I tried to watch a Korean drama. It didn't work as well because I had to look up and watch the subtitles. But yeah, you can watch shows that you don't need to pay attention to.
Yeah, like it's a good show to have like with
friends on,
yeah,
or something you've
or
seen.
something.
Yeah, exactly. So I definitely think my mental health has benefited a lot from this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think like working like with doing a task can be really like soothing.
Yes,
for
totally.
Sure. Is it beginner friendly?
Yeah, it is beginner friendly. The kits that I brought are definitely beginner friendly, but they're also like good for people who have maybe dabbled in it before. Like if you've like threaded a needle, you'll probably be fine.
Okay.
Like if you've like sewn up a pant like whole, and I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone should be at ease. Like they can probably learn how to do like a stitch.
Yeah.
That could take them to
Another
shape
one.
or
Yes, exactly.
something.
Yep.
Okay, great. It's fun, and we're gonna do it.
Cool.
So that's.
Despite my face, I am very excited.
My name's Will Hannigan, and I've been running the camera on all of the things that Natasha's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. If you had to rate your mental health right now on a scale of 1 to 10.
4.
4. Do you think that's mostly because of the camera work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably some of it. Actually, might be a 5 now, just from listening to think about you meditating and becoming more at one with yourself and just relaxing a little bit. That's funny to think about you not having ADHD. I think that's funny.
Well, I'm glad I could help out. Is there anything that you do right now to improve your mental health?
Yeah, I meditate almost every day, and sometimes I pray in those meditations. I try to exercise like 3 to 4 times a week, like 2 runs and 2 weights or some sort of combination of that. I do stand-up, which is probably not good for your mental health. It's probably just negates everything I try to do to make myself feel okay. Sometimes I like driving in my car and singing songs that I know the words to. Rap music.
Ooh. Okay.
Why is that? Is that a bad one? I don't sing every word, if that's what you're asking. No, I don't sing every single word. What else? I play NHL on PS4. Yeah, I don't play in the NHL. Yeah, that's what I do just for my off time to feel better about myself. I know I don't play in the NHL. I also play Madden. I play in the NFL and NHL. And I play UFC sometimes. Sometimes I'll play UFC if I'm like not feeling very good. I'll just like put it on very easy mode and just pick like a famous UFC guy and just beat the...
You also play NBA, just to remind you.
Yeah, I do play NBA. Yeah.
I have it now, so I can play with you.
Oh, do you have 2K?
Yeah.
The 23?
Yeah.
Did you get the free PS?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
On the network. Oh, I chew nicotine lozenges all day.
Is that good for your mental health?
I think it's good for everybody else's health.
Is your mental health important to you?
Yeah. I need to keep it I need to keep myself from, because I sink and I spiral, and then I get locked in my emotions, and then the way I'm feeling is how the world is, and so if I'm not like aware of that, then I'm so connected to those things that sometimes they help. They helped me when I first started doing stand-up because I was so scared. I was very angry on stage because I was so scared, and so kind of like embracing that anger, and that helped at first. But then eventually, like, I just wound up going down a trail of like drinking and doing hard drugs. So then I can't. So that's not good for you. I have to be in an okay place to live my life and to like water my garden. My garden has to be watered properly in order for like good things to grow. It's not something that I'm necessarily like. I'm not I don't think I'm like a happy person. I want to be a happy person. I think I'm a happy person, but then most people's impressions of me is that I'm like cranky or irritable or like miserable, or I think maybe I'm not feeling good right now, and that's what I think. It's important to me, and I do work on it, but I don't always see the effects of it.
Do you know what your
That's
you
good.
seem pretty happy right now.
This is fun. This is fun.
Do you know what you're going to be doing today? Do you know what your activity is?
I heard what I was going to be doing today.
Okay. And do you have any reservations about it?
A lot of reservations about
What are
it.
your main reservations?
My fingers.
Yeah.
I got made fun of a lot about my fingers when I was growing up, and I sucked at art. I was so bad at it. I would get everything everywhere. I would like anytime in geometry class when we had to cut out little things and then make a little cube. All the girls in my class would have perfect little cubes or triangles, and mine just like were like sweaty and like just covered in like spaghetti sauce and stuff. And so every time I have to do something intricate with my fingers, I get kind of like rocketed back to like the 3rd grade, and so I can feel that's I'm nervous that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be work. I mean, it might be work. It might be toil. I don't know if it's gonna like end up in progress. You know, it might just hopefully something nice comes out of it. But yeah, I hope that something nice comes out of this. Yeah, I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try and go there. I'm like sort of like my boat is like half full of water. So I'm like everything could be either fine and I can keep floating for the rest of the day, or literally anything could happen and I'll sink. Does that make sense?
Okay. I guess.
So like a 5.
You're like, I'm going to sink or swim today.
Yeah.
Well, just know that no matter what happens today, you'll always have NHL to go home to.
Yeah, and I think we're getting some A&W after this, so.
Okay, so we're here, we're set up with the
Yeah.
kits. Do you want to tell us what they are?
Yes, so this is a tea party kit. It's like a floral arrangement shaped in a teapot. And then we have one of my embroidery pieces of the high-level streetcar. And they're both beginner friendly, and it comes with everything you need, including the needle and thread, and you get to just pick which one you'd like to do. I would
Are
say.
these yours? Did you make
Yeah,
these?
I did.
Oh wow.
Isn't that so cool?
That's very cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
It's called Naked and Free.
That's my.
Oh!
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because that is what I was watching Naked and Afraid when I first started embroidering, and so it kind of stuck.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You have a nicotine lozenge before we start.
Maybe he should do this one,
Okay.
because I am seeing that I know what this stitch is,
Quite
and it's
simple.
very simple, so I
Yeah.
think you should do that one.
Thank you.
He's gonna need a little bit more help.
And then I'll just put that to the side.
Oh, cool! They actually are like, you don't even have to do the hard part, because I find this part,
I know.
I was
just
like
putting the
intimidated by this part, like just
Yeah.
the wheel part
And
of it.
it's already printed on the fabric, and so there's like little instructions and everything, and it kind of takes you through all the stitches, and yeah, but you don't need that because I'm here, so
Yeah.
I can just talk you through things. All right, so the hardest part of embroidery is getting the thread through the needle. That
Yeah.
is literally the hardest part. Let's do black first. Natasha can just do her own
Yeah, I'm
thing.
gonna listen in
Okay.
and I'm gonna watch over on myself.
For if you get really good at this and you're like, this is your thing, and you're needing to get thread out and you buy these skeins, pull from the numbered side, because then if you pull from this side, it gets tangled. I don't know why, but it's a thing. Yeah, I just learned that. I've been doing this for 3 years and someone just taught me that. So I usually pull about, that's probably a lot. I would only pull like as long as your arm. So you'll see that this is called floss, and floss comes in 6 different strands. And I usually go with 3 strands for this for the satin stitch, which is what we're gonna do first. And the satin stitch is basically one of those stitches, if you know this stitch, you can do everything else. It's really easy. So you'll see how it's in 6 strands. I'm just gonna pull it, and what I do is I stick this between my legs, which is hard because, there we go. And then I just pull it. So that now it's 3 and 3. Thread it through that little hole. I know it's really small, but if you lick the end, you can probably get it through
I'm
it.
back.
No!
It's gonna be way better because you probably had like a mean old lady teacher.
Were you the type of kid that put like needles like through your skin? And, like,
That
That
your
always
dead skin?
freaks me out.
Disgusting.
It scarred me till this day.
If we can do it, then I really am saying anyone can.
Like lick it and then flatten it with your fingers as much as this is.
Oh.
Yes, I know. This is the hardest part of embroidery.
Honestly, I feel like I can do anything now.
Oh,
You
yes!
Yes! I love that. Fun tip, I always do this. You take your thread and then kind of put all of them in between your fingers. So just, grab both.
That's a good tip.
And then wrap it around your finger, your index finger, and then kind of push it with your thumb through, and then pull down. And that's the first stage. First satin stitch. So we're gonna do the windows of this bad boy. So those are all black windows. So we can just start randomly here. So kind of push it through the back. You always want the knot to be at the back. I always just kind of start at the bottom. And then you pull it up through, and then connect to the top there. And then do the same thing on this side. And then you're gonna just basically color in this window. So pull it down again.
The whole window's
Yeah. So you just keep going.
Get it.
Look at you! It's falling in the window like
Wow,
nobody's
yours is
business.
so good. Wow, the coordination you have, like you think that you're in the right spot, and you are so not in the right spot. Like,
that looks great. Lazy daisy stitch, because if you pass me that, thank
lazy
you.
daisy.
So these little lines are going to be the leaves. So I just start at the bottom of one, pull it up, and then then you go back where you came through. So that. So it feels counterintuitive, and it feels like you're going to pull it all the way through, but you're not. And then you're going to pull that needle back up here, and then push this over it so that it catches. And then now it's a leaf.
Oh,
Yeah, and then to
wonderful.
and dot. I'll choose this one. Go all the way up like you normally would.
Yep.
And then, so this is the weird part. So you take the needle,
Okay.
you wrap it around twice or 3 times. I'll do 3.
Okay.
Put it back in,
Same spot.
same spot. Pull the needle through. See, teaching is so much harder than I imagined. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Kudos to teachers. And then you pull the needle through,
Oh, it nodded.
and it knots it, and it makes a little bobble. Isn't that cute?
Oh my god.
You got it! Yes, you did!
You guys.
Nailed it. You're one of those people that got it on the first try. That's
That's-
very impressive. Good job. Good job,
Nice.
man.
I'm gonna try
So
it.
proud. Getting real good at threading these.
Thank you.
Whoa, you threaded another
You
one?
did it really fast too.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry guys. This does take like my eyes. Okay.
Got it.
Here.
Alright. And then
All the way through?
all the way through. And then go back to the bottom.
Okay.
And then don't pull it all the way through.
Like we put it through?
Yeah, put it through. And then, but like when you pull the needle out,
Oh yeah.
don't go all the way down.
Okay.
So pull the needle out just enough.
Oh no, I'm pulling.
Oh, it's okay. You just got caught a little bit.
Okay, got
There
it.
you go. And now pull it all the way up to the top of that.
Like
So put your needle
so that I can put
so that you can put, yeah, exactly. And then now put that loop over the needle. Perfect. Pull the needle through tight. Nice. Oh,
Oh no.
and just
You
pull
have
it.
to
That's
keep
okay.
it over on this side.
Yeah. And just so that it goes up. And then, or maybe pull this part up that way. There we go. Yeah, you know what I mean? Okay. And then close it by just going right above that stitch.
Like right here.
Top. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's nice.
This is very nice.
So you are liking it? It's
Oh,
soothing?
good.
This is soothing. It
Looks
is
good.
nice.
Yeah, no,
you.
that's great.
Right?
Yep, and then pull this kind of
Oh,
that
yeah,
way.
sorry.
That way, so it's like
we learned
up.
from before.
There we go. Beautiful. And then just seal it at the top. Has run 3 stitches so far. That's good. That's good, Teach.
Honestly, like this is a good way to make if you have like kids that are loud and like always rambunctious.
Oh yeah.
This will shut them up, honestly. Because like we honestly haven't really been speaking that much. It's a good quiet task. So it's something to think about if you have a significant other that's just like you just want to shut up. You could buy them one of these kits, and like honestly, then you get like something nice after, and you're like, good job, and then you also got like an hour piece.
Yep.
So it's something to consider if you're ever thinking about getting into embroidery.
If I can do it,
Yes.
there's no way you can.
Yeah. Gee.
A lot of people that we've done have scored really high.
Really?
I hate it.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Every person that I'm watching, they're like, I'm like a 7, and I'm like,
I'm like,
literally
yeah, right.
Like I'm
next
dying.
to tears.
Yeah.
behind
Yeah,
the camera.
Not
Like,
okay.
ask me how I am.
Oh man.
No, yeah, some people are really mentally well
I think
that
I
have done
did
the
it.
show.
Do you think there's a correlation between being good at cross stitching and having a mental illness?
No, they would be mentally well. Because it's like a sense of that. You mean people that do it?
People that do it and then get good at it, they're like,
I think
Yeah.
Well.
I think they'd be really well because it'd be so.
I mean, eventually.
Or
no, they have
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
can
relaxation.
see. I can also see it going the other way.
because they're hyper fixated.
Because they're like, yeah, you could also, but like,
It's all about balance.
it's all about
guys.
balance, man. It's true. Don't shut yourself in a room and do this. Oh, I just got the coolest thing though for embroidery. It's cool to me, but it looks really lame. It's like this neck lamp because I was using a headlamp for a while, but now it's a neck lamp, and you can adjust the lighting, and so I can stitch at night.
I've
Looks like
seen
little
stuff like
roses.
roses.
Yeah, they do. That's what they're. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's,
no,
that's
that's
exactly
really
it.
nice.
You're doing it. That's amazing.
You're making the streetcar.
Yeah, you're doing it.
That's pretty legit.
And so like all these little things are all the back stitch you just did, so you know how to do that. These are all satin stitch, that's filling in the windows that you just did. These are also satin stitch, the circles. And then the numbers are basically like the back stitch as well. You just kind of follow a shape. You can do a back stitch for basically everything. You just follow a shape. This is like.
And that one's 3 as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 3 or 2. 2 is I guess nice because I'm lazy, because then you have 2 already made and then you can like keep going back. You know how when you do 3 you only get to go back to the other one? I don't know if this is making sense, but you know what I mean. Maybe you know what I mean. So when you split the 6 into 2s and 2s and 2s, you get 3. Yeah, you get more out of it. So that's why I usually do 2. But 3 works too. 3 is fine.
This is getting
But yeah, put it between your legs.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. And now
the major key was on. Okay,
feel it.
you guys, you have to put it between your legs. You have to. Do not learn from my
Man,
mistakes.
you're doing this. This is so good. I'm very impressed. Like you're doing the
Yes.
French not so
I
well.
like the little, this is my favorite one so far.
Yeah, it's a good stitch.
Yeah, those ones are cute.
Yeah, they
They're
look
so
good.
dainty.
And they're always like very impressive when you're showing someone that you're working on something, because it like gives it that 3D effect. Because they're like popping out of there.
More people should do this. It's really beginner friendly, I feel like.
Yeah.
If I could do this, like,
Yeah, that's the worst part. If you just get through threading the needle, you can do embroidery.
yeah, if you can get somebody to do this for you.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, here we go.
Did you ever have to do that for your grandma, where she's like,
Yeah.
thread my needle?
Yeah. This was like the now I realize what she was doing.
Yeah.
You know, she was trying to give. That's the hardest part.
Ooh, I like that one.
Good job.
I think
Okay,
Cool.
I'm gonna do the
And
sleeve.
then you want to close it at the back, so just kind of like push it through some of those threads. All right, so the leaf. This is a cool one.
Oh, yeah,
This was
you
one of
should.
my favorite ones. Okay, so I'll do this leaf. So this one you start at the top,
Okay.
and then go down like half a centimeter, like that.
Okay.
And then now you're gonna just do this like kind of V thing. So you're gonna go up on the side, like kind of down. Just you're gonna follow this line here.
Right.
So up on the side, and then right below that line you made. Oh, need scissors. And then same with this side, follow that line, and you're just gonna make V's all the way down. And just keep going right.
Because it's
Keep,
making
yeah,
like
it's
that
making a
line.
leaf. Yeah. So just keep going down.
And do you have to alternate? You should.
I would, yeah.
So that it keeps it.
So that it keeps it symmetrical. Just keep kind of following it until you're done on the
So cool.
leaf. Just kind of keep going.
It's like
below.
literally the outline.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is
that
oh
one's
no. When that happens, just like pull it.
Pull it up.
Yeah, pull it like yeah. Get to the bottom of the leaf. You just have to close it the way you did the lazy daisy stitch. So it'll actually you won't even really need to do that because it'll already be back. That's the leaf. So it's just V's all the way down except for the first part. And then oh yeah, you don't really have to close it, just close enough for one of these things.
Okay, I'll try one.
Cool.
Whoa. This is like the best activity. Okay, again.
Yep.
I really struggle with this, like finding the
I
line.
know. You'll get better at it as you go. Nice. And then just start left or right, right below. Yeah. And then just make these all the way down.
And it's below this one.
Yes, exactly.
I
Oh
got
no,
this.
second casualty. It's the worst.
Ooh, it scares you when you
I
do
know.
it. I was like,
Remember to rub the blood on the back.
oh my gosh. I was like startled.
No. Kind of shoots through your arm.
That was scary. Woo. I felt alive. It's like a good reminder. It's kind of like, you know, when you have, they say when you have, if you have really bad anxiety, to wear like an elastic band
Yes.
and then to snap yourself because it like, you know, you get out of like your head.
Who says this?
I've heard this.
I have heard this.
TikTok?
No, I don't think it was TikTok. I think
It's like an old, like
Yeah.
an old.
It's probably like my
Remedy.
old doctor from like
Like a
6th
13-year-old
grade when I was like, I
cock.
have anxiety. He was like, do you know what? All you need to do is just
Yeah.
wear more elastic
Yeah.
bands.
This is what I do. Ah!
It's like you're not thinking about it anymore, are you? You're thinking about the pain.
Yeah, I think that's like, yeah,
I feel like that's
okay.
like something your dad tells you.
Honestly, guys, maybe don't do this. If you're watching this, maybe actually this has been defunct. So I don't know why
It's not sound
about
advice.
it. Maybe just do embroidery instead. That's
I was gonna say it's a little less painful, but sometimes it can be more painful.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's okay. Okay, so go through all the way and just finish that stitch.
Okay, it's getting low.
Yeah, and then now you have to close it at the back. So just pull it through. You just like
And then start a new
and
one.
start a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
'Cause you don't want it to be too short.
Yeah, now I'm getting myself into a little bit of a hole. Keep doing this.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. I think I'm like, I can't wait to finish mine. Mine's gonna be so good.
I'm excited to see them.
Do you think that you approve of us? Like, do you think that we can take this on?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yours looks like it's really coming together.
I'm actually very impressed by both of you.
I really like the flowers.
Yeah,
The flowers
you
are
did
my favorite
really
part.
well on those.
Wow.
Those were, yeah, honestly, the French knot, ask any embroidery person. They're hard enough to learn. So that's very impressive. You nailed it.
Do you feel like you're a little bit above a 4 right now?
Yeah, I'd say like
Would you say you're at a 7?
it's,
That's a high bar.
I know.
That's a really
I
high
think so.
bar.
Yeah, I'll say 7.
Aw,
Honestly, I feel
cool.
really good. I'm like at an 8 right now. Like,
Wow.
I'm like, whoa. But I'm also, on medication, so it could be a little bit of that too.
Yeah, you haven't blinked the whole
They're
time.
really-
You're,
It's all working really well together, you know?
Like, this is great. I feel great. I'm on medication, but I think it's this.
Aw.
Well, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
So I think
it counts.
Muriel, you were a great teacher.
Thanks.
You nailed it. You
Aw, I was really nervous.
Yeah, you literally got every stitch on the first
Yeah,
one.
I'm
So
very
obviously
proud.
you're a very
I'm
good
so
teacher.
happy. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sick.
Aw, cool.
That's a wrap.
Thank you
Good.
guys.
That was awesome. Thank